Welcome to the geography class. Today we will start with the new chapter, that is chapter number 8, Minerals and Energy Resources, part 1, given on page number 175 on your book, with the following objectives: to understand the meaning of word minerals, to know about their formation, to understand the various type of minerals like metallic and non-metallic minerals with their examples and origin, to understand the uses and distribution of various minerals like iron ore, manganese, bauxite and copper, to go through the largest producer of each of these minerals, that is iron ore, manganese, bauxite and copper in India. Now today in this video we will go through minerals, types of minerals, and first mineral, that is iron ore, with the following objectives: to understand the word mineral in detail with its mode of occurrence on the earth's crust, to know about the type of minerals, to understand metallic minerals, their formation, uses and examples, to understand non-metallic minerals, their formation, uses and examples, to understand the uses and distribution of iron ore in India, to go through the types of iron ore and know about the best variety of iron ore among them. So children, what do you know about minerals? Children, everything we use and see around us, from a tiny pin to a tall tower or skyscrapers or a big ship, all are made up of minerals. Cars, buses, scooters, trains, aeroplanes, railway engines and even tracks are made up of minerals. Even the energy required to run them is obtained from minerals. Even the food that we eat also contains minerals. Thus our life revolves around minerals, and hence to imagine our life without mineral is impossible. Thus we can say that minerals is an indispensable part of our life. Now, what are these minerals? Minerals is a homogeneous, naturally occurring substance with definite internal structure. Here homogeneous means that the chemical composition of the mineral would be similar or alike. Naturally occurring minerals occur in the nature and we don't make them. Definite or definable structure means that minerals have a definite structure, like iron always have a definable structure wherever it is found. Earth's crust is made up of different minerals found in the rocks and they are extracted by proper refinement. So the type of minerals you will find in a rock depends upon its chemical and physical conditions. That is, when they were formed, under what temperature conditions they were formed. Children, some rocks may have one mineral like limestone, while others may have more than one mineral in different quantity. These minerals are generally extracted from their ore. Now what are these ore? Ore is a naturally occurring material that have one or more minerals in sufficient concentration mixed with other elements, or simply we can say ores are the crude or raw form of minerals. Example, iron ore. Now let us go through the technical terms related to minerals. The first and the most important term is minerals itself. As we have already discussed, mineral is a naturally occurring substance found in the earth's surface from which metals and non-metals can be extracted profitably and conveniently. Example, iron ore, copper, manganese, etc. Number 2 is metallic mineral. Metallic minerals are the minerals from which metals can be extracted profitably and conveniently. Example, iron ore, manganese, nickel, copper, etc. Non-metallic minerals are the minerals from which non-metals can be extracted profitably and conveniently. Example, mica, limestone, gypsum. Now next is pig iron. Pig iron is the crude iron as first obtained from a smelting furnace in the form of oblong blocks. Next is sponge iron. Sponge iron is the iron produced through direct reduction of iron ore in the solid state. Now children, coming back to your book on page number 175. Now let us read your topic mineral from your book. A mineral is an aggregate, that is, a material or structure formed from a mass of particles, that is, of two or more than two elements. A mineral has a definite chemical composition and is formed by inorganic processes, as I have earlier explained you in its introductions. Minerals generally occur in the earth crust, mainly in the form of an ore, that is, crude or raw form. It is extracted, that is, taken out in the form of an ore, that is, a crude or raw form of a mineral, processed and used for various purposes. Now, let us start with another important topic, that is type of minerals. Children, minerals are mainly of three types: metallic minerals, non-metallic minerals, energy resources. Metallic minerals, as the name suggests, are the minerals from which metals are extracted profitably and conveniently. They are further divided into two types, that is ferrous minerals and non-ferrous minerals. Ferrous minerals are the minerals that contain iron, and non-ferrous minerals are the minerals that does not contain iron. Example of ferrous minerals are nickel. Example of non-ferrous minerals are copper, lead, tin, etc. Now coming to next, that is non-metallic minerals. Non-metallic minerals, as the name suggests, are the minerals from which non-metals can be extracted profitably and conveniently. Example are limestone, mica, gypsum, sandstone, marble, etc. Now next is energy resources. Energy resources are the resources that are used generally for producing the energy, like coal and petroleum and natural gas, etc. Children, minerals are generally classified on the basis of their color, hardness, crystal forms, luster and density. Children, this picture shows the classification of minerals into metallic and non-metallic minerals. This is the picture of some metallic minerals like iron, aluminium, silver, copper and gold, etc. Now children, this is the picture showing the classification of metallic minerals into ferrous, non-ferrous and precious minerals such as iron ore, manganese, non-ferrous such as copper, lead and tin, precious such as gold and platinum and silver, along with their pictures. Some examples of non-metallic minerals are coal, petroleum, salt, limestone and mica. You can see them in this picture. Now children, this is picture showing some energy resources like coal, petroleum and natural gas. Now let us study the types of minerals in detail from your textbook. Types of minerals. Normally minerals are found in two forms: metallic minerals, non-metallic minerals. Metallic minerals are the minerals that contain metals. They are generally found in igneous rocks. They provide a strong base for the development of metallurgical industry, that is the industries that uses metals for their products, and hence are vital, that is important for the industrialization, that is process of setting up of industries, and economic growth, that is the growth of a country according to its money of the country. Example, iron ore, manganese, nickel and copper. So children, here you have to remember 3 points regarding the metallic minerals, as I have already told you. Their definition, that is metallic minerals are the minerals that contains metal. Number 2, they are generally found in igneous rocks. And number 3, they are important. Important minerals are iron ore, manganese, nickel and copper. They generally occur in the cracks and crevices. They are usually hard and have shine of their own. They are the good conductors of heat and electricity. Now, non-metallic minerals. Non-metallic minerals are the minerals that do not contain metals, number 1. Number 2, They are found in sedimentary rocks. Example of some non-metallic minerals are mica, limestone, gypsum, etc. Children, they are mainly found in the form of beds or layers as a result of accumulation and concentration in the horizontal layers. They are not usually hard and have no shine of their own. They are good insulators of heat and electricity. So children, now let us review the difference between metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals, as it may be very important for your paper point of view. Number 1, metallic minerals are the minerals from which metals are extracted profitably and conveniently, while non-metallic minerals are the minerals from which non-metals are extracted profitably and conveniently. They are found in the igneous rocks. They are found in the metamorphic rocks. Examples: iron ore, manganese, nickel and copper. Example of non-metallic minerals are mica, limestone, gypsum, sandstone, etc. Number 4, they occur mainly in cracks, crevices, faults or joints. They occur in the form of beds or layers as a result of accumulation and concentration in the horizontal layers. Metallic minerals are usually hard and have shine of their own, while they are not usually hard and have no shine of their own. They are the good conductors of heat and electricity, while non-metallics are the good insulators of heat and electricity. Children, metallic minerals accounts for 3/4 of the total value of production. They are produced in large quantities in India, so we not only use them but also export them. They provide a strong base for the metallurgical industries. That is, they are mainly used in the metallurgical industries, that is the industries that produces the goods using metals. Many alloys are made from the metallic minerals. Children, minerals take a long time to develop geologically, that is, to form under changes in climate and weather inside the earth crust. Therefore, they should be conserved and not misused. Children, here an important question for you comes, that why should minerals be conserved? As they take a long time to develop geologically. Children, now let us study a very important metallic mineral, iron ore. Iron ore is very important for the industrial growth of a country. The amount of iron ore a country uses recognizes the development of the country or the growth rate of a country. Iron ore is the backbone of industrial development. That is, it is mainly used in most of the industries. It has 4 main types: magnetite, hematite, limonite and siderite. Magnetite is the first important variety of iron ore. It is the best variety of iron ore. It has 70% of iron content and 30% sand and dust. It is also known as magnetite due to its excellent magnetic properties. It is used mainly in making steel. It is also known as blood ore, found mainly in South India. The second important variety of iron ore is hematite. It has 60 to 70% of pure iron, also known as industrial iron ore, used in most of the industries. So children, this is the picture of the most important metallic mineral, that is iron ore. So now children, let us read the first main variety of metallic mineral, that is iron ore, from your book. Iron ore is as I've already told you, iron ore is the most important metallic mineral used for the development of industries or for the growth of industries. Types of iron ore. Iron ore is the backbone of our modern industries. That is, it is the base of all the metallurgical industries. The economic growth of a country, that is, an increase in the amount of goods and services produced per head of the population over a period of time. is judged by its consumption, that is use of iron. Iron exists in the form of iron ore, that is the crude or the raw form of iron, and contains varying, that is different, percentage of iron. Accordingly, there are four main varieties of iron ore found in India. Number 1, magnetite. Magnetite, as I have already told you, is the best quality of iron ore, or it is the finest quality of iron ore found in India, and contains 72% of pure iron, that is it contains pure iron in large quantities. It is reddish in color and has magnetic properties, hence it is called as magnetite. So children, here you have got an answer. Why is magnetite called so? As it is attracted to a magnet, it can be magnetized to become permanent magnet itself. It is used in industries as ore of iron, that is raw form of iron, and in manufacturing steel, that is in steel making. It is found mainly in Goa, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. This is the picture of best variety of iron ore, that is magnetite. Now second best variety of iron is hematite. It is the variety that is mostly found and mostly used in India. It contains about 60 to 70% of pure iron. It is found in Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Hence children, it is the second best variety of iron ore in India. Now, this is the picture of second best variety of iron ore, that is hematite. Now coming to next is limonite. Limonite is an inferior iron ore. It is yellowish in color. It contains 40 to 60% pure iron. It is yellow or brown in color. It is an inferior, that is low grade in quality. It is found in Raniganj in West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh in Kangra Valley. Now next is its uses. Limonite is used as a pigment in the manufacture of paints. Children, this is the picture of limonite, the third best variety of iron ore found in our country. The last variety of iron ore is siderite. Siderite is an inferior ore and has many impurities. That is, it is mixed with many particles. It has only 10 to 40% pure iron. It is self-fluxing. That is, it acts as a purifying agent due to the presence of lime. It is found mainly in Gujarat, Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh and Rajasthan. Siderite is economically important for steel production. That is, it is used valuably in the production of steel. Children, this is the picture of the most inferior variety of iron ore, that is siderite. Uses of low-grade iron ore. The low-grade iron ore is compacted, that is firmly packed and converted into pellets for export. Pellets are a small rounded compressed masses. It is also used as sponge iron for blending with high-grade iron ore. Children, here sponge iron, as I have already told you, is the iron produced through direct reduction of iron ore in the solid state. Now, let us read the uses of iron ore. Iron is mainly used for making pig iron and sponge iron and steel. Here, pig iron is the crude iron as first obtained from a smelting furnace in the form of oblong blocks, and sponge iron is the iron produced through direct reduction of iron ore in the solid state. Iron and steel together forms the largest manufactured products in the world. It is used widely in the construction of roads, railways, appliances, buildings, machine tools and automobiles. Steel is used in a variety of other construction material such as bolts, that is page, nails, that is kill, and screws, that is nut and bolts. Other applications include shipbuilding, pipeline, transport, mining, furniture, and armor. Armor, that is the defensive covering for body during war, like personal armor and vehicle armor. This picture shows the use of iron ore in making bridges and flyovers. Children, even the small nails you can see in this picture are made up of iron. Children, this is the picture of iron bars. Children, this picture shows us the use of stainless steel in making our utensils. Now, let us read the distribution of iron ore in India. India has the world's largest reserve of iron, approximately 6.6% of the world's known reserves. Most of the iron ore of India comes from peninsular India, that is South India, including the states of Odisha, Jharkhand, Goa, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu are the important producers of iron ore in India. Now let us study these states through map. Children, the first most important and the major state producing iron ore in India is Karnataka. It has the large reserves of magnetite and hematite. The important deposits are found in Bellary, Hospet, Chitradurg, Shivamogga, Babu Budan's Hills, Kudremukh. These are the most important mining areas in Chikmagaluru district. Chitradurg, Shivamogga, Tumkur districts also produce the iron ore. Children, Kudremukh mines located in the western Ghats of Karnataka are a 100% unit. Kudremukh deposits are known to be the world's largest in the world. The ore from this belt is transported through a pipeline as a slurry, that is in liquid form of iron, from the Mangaluru port. Another second important belt of iron ore produced in India here is Chhattisgarh. It is the major producer of iron ore in India. The deposits are found in Durg, Bastar districts. Dali and Rajhara iron ore fields and Bhailadila are the major mines where good quality hematite iron ore is produced. Much of the iron ore from Bhailadila mines in Chhattisgarh is being exported to Japan and South Korea via Vishakhapatnam port. Children, this belt, which consists of Durg, Bastar and even Chandrapur from Maharashtra, has 14 deposits of high-grade iron ore. It has the best physical properties needed for making steel. The most important state producing iron ore in India is Odisha. Here, the iron ore of good quality hematite is produced in the states of Sundargarh, Mayurbhanj, Keonjhar, Cuttack and Korapur districts. Also, Guru Mahesani, Kiriburu, Bohanae, Sulaipet and Umarkot are important iron ore fields. Now, next important producer of iron ore in India is Jharkhand. It has large reserves of hematite. Singhbhum district is the major producer of iron ore, where Noam Mandi and Goa are the main mining areas. The other important states are Goa, where the iron ore is produced as Anandpur, Bicholim, Sakalim, Netarnim and Borgandnagar. Next important is Andhra Pradesh. Here, the iron ore is produced as Anandpur, Khammam, Nellore, Kudappa and Kurnool districts. Next comes Tamil Nadu. The most important iron ore mine here is Salem. Then after that, it is also produced at Coimbatore, Madurai, Tiruvallani and Ramanathampuram, finally Tiruchirappalli. Then in Kerala it is produced at Kozhikode. In Maharashtra, Lohara, Chandrapur, Piplagaon, Ratnagiri, Bandara, Satara and Rajgarh. So children, these are the important areas or states where iron ore is produced in India. Now children, let us read the discussed iron ore producers from your book. Karnataka has large reserves of magnetite and hematite. The important deposits are found in Bellary, Hospet and Sindur in Bellary district. Also, Babu Budan Hills and Kudremukh are important mining areas in Chikmagaluru district. Chitradurg, Shivamoga and Tumkur districts also produce the ore. Chhattisgarh is a major producer of iron ore in India. The deposits are found in Durg and Bastar districts. Dali and Rajhara iron ore fields and Bailadala are the major mining areas where quality hematite iron ore is found. Much of iron ore from Bailadala is being exported to Japan. Odisha is the largest producer of iron ore. Here good quality hematite is mined in the district of Sundargarh, Mayurbhanj, Keonjhar, Cuttack and Koraput districts. Also Padampahar, Guru Mahesani, Kiriburu, Bohanae and Sulaipet and Umarkot are important iron ore fields. Jharkhand is also an important producer of iron ore and has large reserves of hematite. Singhbhum district is the major producer of iron ore where Noa Mundi and Gua are the main mining areas. We already have seen all these in the map. Now let us read further. The other states where iron ore mines exist are Goa, Picholim, Sakalim, Netherlim and Borga Dongar. Andhra Pradesh, Anandpur, Khammam, Nellore, Kodappa and Kurnool districts. Now Tamil Nadu, the centers are Salem, Coimbatore, Madurai, Tiruvallani, Ramanathampuram and Tiruchirappalli. In Kerala, the center is Kozhikode. In Maharashtra, the centers are Lohara, Piplagaon, Ratnagiri, Chandrapur, Bandara, Satara and Rajgarh. So children, at the end, I would hope that you have learned the word minerals in detail with its mode of occurrence in the earth crust, to know about the various type of minerals, metallic minerals, their formation, uses and examples. You have better understood about non-metallic minerals, their formation, uses and example, the uses and distribution of iron ore in India, types of iron ore and the best variety of iron ore among them. Thank you.